Now you know how powerful I really am.
Be water, my friend.
Kiss my converse.
On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style.
You don't even know the basic technique of Kung Fu.
Lone Wolf and Cub. The Dragon and the Tiger Kids, aka the Hellswind Staff, is a 1979 Yuk Long Movies production that features a host of Kung Fu household names and is considered a classic by many. The movie is famously known for having many problems during production due to the number of directors, producers, and choreographers that had differing opinions on everything from set locations, dialogue, story, and fight choreo. Despite the varying voices leading this film, the feature did very well with Hong Kong and Taiwanese audiences, as well as abroad. The movie starts off with a group of men chasing Chow who has been accused of rape. Chow is the nephew of a wealthy nobleman, Mr. Wang. Chow seeks refuge in his uncle's villa, but the men pursue him inside. When Mr. Wang inquires about what has happened, Chow confesses to the crime, which enrages his uncle. He turns the men loose on his nephew, resulting in the loss of an eye, after which Master Wang asks the mob to show his nephew mercy. We now switch our focus to chickens. That's right, chickens. Well, at least that is how we're introduced to two of our protagonists, Shi Hai Lung and Tiger Wang, two good friends and students of Kung Fu that, get this, play fight each other with a live chicken. After their shenanigans, we are introduced to Wan Lee, an out-of-work martial artist who operates as a street performer. Wan Lee's fight with a disgruntled customer in town leads him to an opportune moment with a servant who is in search of a Kung Fu instructor for Tiger, the rich son of Master Wang from earlier in the film. Wan Lee reluctantly comes along and is introduced to Tiger, who is equally pessimistic about his new teacher. We are then treated to your typical run-of-the-mill, student hates teacher so he pranks him and fails routine that ends in toilet humor. Now we get to the good stuff, an excellent Devil's Staff and Devil's Claw demonstration given by Hwang Jang Lee, who is the leader of a gang whose membership includes Chow his best pupil. Upon hearing that the man who took his eye 4 years ago has returned to town, Chow and some of his men exact revenge, with this time ending differently than their last encounter. The bodies of those men are delivered to Master Wang, who was a distant relative to their leader. Wang Lee recognizes the blows and determines that this is the work of a devil stick practitioner. We also learn that there is only one technique known to counter it, the White Dragon Fist, which has vanished with no one to teach it. After watching this movie twice, I came to understand that this town was full of corruption. You had the Devil's Claw gang running a protection tax on businesses in town, and you also have slavers, the Four Snakes, running a kidnapping scam on unsuspecting villagers. Tiger Wang, being a bit of a hothead, wants to do something about it, but his master forbids it. The next day, Tiger is missing. Know why? Because he and his bestie, Shi Hai Lung, have shown up at the Four Snakes encampment looking for a little Kung Fu justice, and a fight breaks out. A fight that the two well-intentioned young men lose, requiring Wan Lee to save the day, which he does. Now, if you're looking for the connective tissue to link all this together, here it is. The Four Snakes just so happen to work for Lu Shan Tu, Chow and his Devil's Claw gang. Upon hearing what happened to the Four Snakes, Chow swears to get even with Tiger and company. First, they come after Shi Hai Lung, who we'll now call Dragon, while he's out doing chores. Fortunately, one of Tiger's servants witnesses the attack and tells his master just in time to give an assist. The two manage to defeat the Four Snakes, and while they're showing Wan Lee what transpired in the forest, Chow shows up at Tiger's home demanding to see him. Predictably, the nephew kills his uncle, leaving Tiger devastated when he returns. That's when Chow Lu Shan Tu, and the rest of the gang spring their trap on the three, and a fight breaks out. Wang Lee, being the noble protector and teacher that he is, makes the ultimate sacrifice to protect the two young men who manage to escape. The wounded students make their way back to Hai Lung's master, who we met earlier in the film. Hai Lung's master recounts that he once fought Lu Shan Tu, and that he knows the White Dragon Fist, though he is not confident it can defeat the Devil Stick alone. So, the old master decides to train Tiger in the Dragon Fist while training Hai Lung, or Dragon, to use the paddle staff and all the defensive techniques that come with it. Our two heroes go through a good training montage that demonstrates their growth and ability, which they ultimately use to take their revenge on Xiao and Lu Shan. Hell's Wind Staff is a good kung fu flick with an even better title. It is a movie that is easily recognizable for its slick fight choreography and evil villain. The story isn't too bad, though I thought the movie should have played more into how evil and corrupt the gang was as a means to bolster the threat to the town. And where was the pushback? I mean, I don't recall seeing any police in this film. The three protagonists seem to be the only ones doing anything about this gang, and speaking of which, I really like this trio, starting with the dynamic between Tiger and Wan Lee as the reluctant student and the wise teacher who can't be tricked, which reminds me of the dynamic in the classic Leg Fighters. As for Mang Hoi's character, Hai Lung, or Dragon, I thought he stood out just a bit more than Dagger's 8-star Ming Yu Man. His charisma combined with his martial skill played well off of his co-star, and the chemistry with Hwang Jang Lee made for a great precursor to the final battle. Those lines that are being delivered by the voice actor during that iconic fight scene have me cracking up every time I hear them.
Bastard, where's your water? The water's in your trousers.
Great. The fight choreography was good, with a special shout out again to Mang Hoi, who uses the obscure paddle staff brilliantly. I thought that Meng Yu Man's Tiger got the short end of the stick, as the movie made it seem like his secret fist would be the buffer to Hwang Jang Lee's Devil's Claw. Turns out, it was not as effective as we were led to believe, which left me feeling cheated. Hwang Jang Lee's martial skill is always on point, though I find his staff technique to be a bit underwhelming. Just give us the kicks, man. Overall, Hell's Wind Staff is a good movie. It is renowned for its strong fight scenes, impressive choreography, and a decent storyline, despite all the troubles during production. The film has a cult following amongst fans and is considered a must-watch amongst the B-list level of movies. If you're a fan of martial arts film and Hwang Jang Lee, Hell's Wind Staff is worth a watch. Although I call it a B-list movie, its contribution to the genre as a whole is quite significant, so I'll give this one 7 kicks. Well, that's all for now. Tell us how you feel about Dragon and the Tiger Kids, aka Hell's Wind Staff. Is it one of your favorite movies? Comment below and let us know. And please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, along with notifications for more great content. Until next time, it's your boy, OG Ant, signing off. Fist and palm salute. Peace.